professor at USF, but I found talking to her fascinating because our lives actually have intersected, not directly meeting her, but there's a lot of things that it turns out we have in common. First of all, her mother was going to be here, but I guess she couldn't convince her to wake up early enough. But I'm sure she's here in spirit, so that's great. Sunita has been here for about 36 years. She grew up in the northern part of India, and spent some time in Delhi and Bangalore. And for those of you who don't know, Bangalore is basically the Silicon Valley of India. And in part she was there because her father, a medical doctor, very well known in forwarding or enhancing to TB research. I can't. Listen, I have a cold, and I figured if I don't screw up today, I'll be really lucky. You'd be really lucky. Anyway, in part that's why she was in Delhi, but even more auspicious is she got her PhD from the India Institute of Technology, and for those of you who don't know, that is the premier institution for technology students and technical folks worldwide. I mean, when I was in Silicon Valley myself, we fought, and Bill, you probably know this, the companies like Hewlett-Packard that I worked for fought for those people coming out of IIT. It also, as a side note, was a great entree for women, because women came out, they got to come to the United States, and not stay in India, just like you. Anyway, the PhD earned her a stint at Bell Labs. Again, this is like the creme de la creme, and this is when big companies like IBM, like HP, like AT&T spent bukus of money in advanced research. She was instrumental in helping to develop some of the calling features we take for granted today. This was in telephony as it became digital, as well as video on demand. Then she went over to Motorola and worked in the wireless world. So thank you very much for advancing our I think what is that, the voice response systems. I always think when you get caught in those loops of voice response, interactive voice response. Anyway, now she's been 12 years with USF, and she has been giving back to the community all along. Very interesting to me that she had developed and worked with STEM for first middle school girls, bringing programs to them. And then we'll expand that upon her return from Tanzania to put together a 2-week training camp in the summertime for middle school students primarily, right? To learn how to code, to learn about IT, to learn about what that really means in terms of jobs in the future. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I did find out that the president of the Pineview Interact Club did start a local chapter of Girls Who Code. So we had talked about that as well. And then all the way to seniors. Verizon had come to her and asked her to develop a curriculum to help seniors be safe on the internet. So she has gone around to several facilities, several areas, several senior centers, and helped seniors learn how to be safe, which is really critical. We know that in Florida, Jerry can attest to this, that we're prone to scams. I mean, you know, it's unfortunate. 40% of scams happen in the state of Florida. All right, I digress. It was serendipity then that ultimately Sunita met Stan, because she was at a function. Was it a party? No, it was probably an academic function. And she met a gentleman who, upon learning that she was an IT professor at USF and lived in Sarasota, she says, you have to meet Stan. And this was back in 2008. So she took him up on his offer, and then the rest is sort of history. She was over in Tanzania in 2009, had developed a train-the-trainer program to help folks there understand how to take advantage of the internet, how to find educational materials, how to even do something as basic as work applications. So, like she said, she was there for 7 weeks helping out. Despite what she says, I think she loved it so much that she's going to go back. And this time, let's see, this time you're going to be helping students prepare for their national exams. So something that has been missing there and very important to their advancement into, I would assume, secondary schools and colleges and whatnot. So, let's see, what else can I say? I think that's about as much as I can remember from our talk and the notes I made. I'd like to invite Bhuvan to say a few words because, of course, he is the one that brought Sunita to us and has had a direct experience working with her at USF.
Thank you, President Chris. I guess they say that the best way to become tall is to stand on the shoulders of giants. So actually, I own Stan Musial over here that credit, because he has been working with Sunita for last 3-4 years trying to get her into this club. And in the last 3 months, I have had the success. And hey, if I can sponsor a Rotarian, I will do it. Now, Puneet over there is mine too. And
you had to pay $1,000 to get her.
Oh, that. But I talked with her husband yesterday, and I said, I'm getting her in, and he said, okay. Now, you know, in my field, in IT, we try to say, we learn to program, then we do the programming, and then we just are programmers. Learn, do, and be. I think that applies to the field of service above self. I'm still learning. There are many of us who do wonderfully good things, and then there are some who just are good. And Dr. Sunita Ladvi is an example of someone who effortlessly is able to give back to multiple dimensions of society. And although I have known her only for last, I would say 1 year, because she's the one who interviewed me last January right here and decided I'm not that bad a person. She is a wonderful teacher, a professor in University of South Florida. All her students admire her. Not just the good students, but those who have challenges. Her colleagues absolutely admire her. Not just good colleagues, but also those who need a lot of coaching. She is a blessing to her family, you know, to Juji and Munna and Mamiji, her mother. The way she looks after her mother, who is 90 plus, is a lesson to be learned. And then there are these programs that she's participating in, like going to Tanzania and so on. And that's just a start. So I personally believe that we are today welcoming in our fold someone who is a person with a heart of gold, who has a lot to give to the community. And I believe that Rotary is an excellent mechanism to provide that service. On another note, you know how we are hosting in Sarasota the district governor elects. There are some 17 or 18 DGs and partners coming into Sarasota for 1 week. And they are going to, one of them is going to be staying in her home while she's away. So not only is she providing service when she is physically present, but also when she is away from the town. So it's a wonderful event this morning when we are welcoming such a fine person who has not a single strain on her face when she is putting in this effort. It's completely effortless, and that's the charm. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhuvan. That was excellent. All right. On behalf of our board of directors and our whole club, I would like to welcome you as a Rotarian officially. We know that you will foster our humanitarian goals worldwide. Obviously, you've already begun to do that, have been doing that. Sort of as Bhuvan just alluded to, she exemplifies service above self. That is very clear. We are proud, not just proud, we are grateful that you decided to join our club. I mean, we are raising the bar. That is so clear about our club, and I think we've got a momentum here, and we'll look forward to bringing Puneet on as well. So we've got a lot to be proud of, I think. I do want to tell, I remembered one other thing that I should not tell, but One of the things that Sunita had told me was, and I saw in her LinkedIn profile, she started at Bell Labs, more auspicious than me, the same time I started in TimeNet, which was 1982. So she started in digital telephony, and I started in data packing, digital packet switching. So in my own small way, I was selling. She was figuring it out. I was selling it. So anyway, I thought that was, I like her for being that old. Hey, I do. All right. See, I told you I shouldn't have said it. But in any case, I am not good at pinning. My experience is it ruins my clothes. But I do have the pin. Unfortunately, because of the holidays, we don't have your badge, but David's on it. We will have that. We have the object of Rotary in here for you to read, as well as a 4-way test. Again, you're already doing it. It is great. I'm not going to shake your hand. I have a cold. But I'd like to welcome you. Thank you. And Bhuvan as her sponsor. We do have the sponsor shield, but again, I'm sorry, I don't want to put it on here. But we really do appreciate it. You close the deal, you know? Stan warmed her up and you closed the deal. So I thank you very, very, very much. All right. Oh, I'm sorry, yes. Sunita, please.
Well, I'm going to keep it very, very brief because I'm not sure who they were talking about. I mean, all those very, very kind words. Okay, and, well, that kind of tells me what I need to strive for. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right.